Action here on the Wrestling Extravaganza. Ron Young alongside Jerry Muschenberg and the General Stud Lee. Fantastic action on tap. Jerry, what do we have in the ring?
General, I want to ask you a question. Whom do you think is more handsome, Johnny Gunn or Glen Osborne?
Oh, Glen Osborne, by far.
Thank you. No, Johnny Gunn is one of the better wrestlers.
Listen up! Listen up! What you're talking about here is the baddest people in professional wrestling between Bad Crew and my man Glen Osborne. We are here to rule the NEWF. Do you hear me, Johnny Gunn? Do you hear my message? This man is gonna break you in half and send you out of here like yesterday's garbage. You got my word on it, chump.
I'll say one thing, Johnny Gunn has had a lot of threats in his time. I don't think he takes them too seriously. He's one of the most skilled wrestlers I've ever seen in the years I've covered wrestling. He knows how to mix it up. He knows how to wrestle scientifically. Glen Osborne is the total opposite. He's the kind of wrestler that the
I
general
don't care where
likes.
you're from, Big Mouth. Check it. You're in Essex, Maryland, baby. Essex, Maryland, baby. We don't like grease balls in Essex, Maryland. Grease ball, grease ball, grease ball, grease ball.
I'll tell you what, we don't like pretty boys in Essex, Maryland. Why don't this guy run for mayor or something?
Well, one thing, if you want to get somebody out of your apartment very quickly, just invite Glen Osborne over. I don't think you'd have any problem.
The fans certainly taking exception to the presence of Damian Kane and Glen Osborne here in the MEWF.
I'm curious to know, Ron, if Damian Kane's charge here knows any holds at all.
Well, you'd be quite surprised. Obviously, he's a powerhouse, built like a spark plug, a fire plug, if you will.
Well, if you know anything about Glen Osborne, you would know that this will be a very evenly matched matchup because Glen Osborne is built just as good as Johnny Gunn. He's just as tough, and he can hang with them.
Well, General, as Johnny Gunn goes out of the ring, I think that he's going to... Oh, he just smashed Damian Kane.
That was a cheap shot.
Nice drop kick. You know, Johnny Gunn throws one of the best drop kicks in the game, and he's not afraid to take a risk like he did just there.
I think Damian Kane went flying once again.
Johnny Gunn cleaning house.
Look at this ham and egger. Why do people care about the crowds? Who cares about these peons?
Well, not everyone is in this sport.
Now the two gentlemen, if you will, are conferring. And here comes Johnny Gunn to break up the meeting.
Break out the Advil.
Not everyone is in the sport to rob other people of their hard-earned money, Stud Lee.
I'll tell you what, Ron, your money spent just the same.
Yeah, there's a perfect example of what a manager can do, Stud Lee.
Obviously a 2-on-1 encounter whenever Damian Kane's in the building.
Johnny Gunn looks like he has part of the building on his chest right now.
Yeah, you want Damian, go through him. That's right, Glen Osborne. Let him know where he stands.
You know, the situation here is they've taken it outside of the ring. Both men could get disqualified.
Hard
Cheap
right
shot.
in the jaw.
Cheap shot.
Osborne made the challenge, and it was answered. And now he's got a handful of Damian Kane and rolls him into the ring.
There's an impromptu wrestling match occurring right now, Ron.
You have to watch out. Osborne's going to the top rope. Johnny better look what's going on. And he nails his manager.
Stud, I'd like to see that happen to you one time with the Corporal.
I bet you would. Won't happen.
A little miscommunication here.
Well, Glen Osborne's doing what he's got to do. He's outside and he's regrouping his thoughts with Damian Kane.
But the referee's also counting, General.
Yeah, I think he can. I think Jeff can count to 3. I don't know if he can get to 4 yet or not.
Well, although these two men are fairly matched physically, possibly even in the skills department, the longer the match goes, It's got to go to Johnny Gunn. He's just in better cardiovascular shape.
I've seen Johnny come back many, many times when you think he's down and out, and he has that certain something, again, which we call heart, something the general should learn about one day.
Money is a good substitute for a heart.
That's all you need to know, Chump. What, are you afraid of my man?
I don't think a lot of people realize how long Glen Osborne's been around. He is a veteran of this sport. He's competed in the NWA in New Jersey. He's been all around the East Coast, West Coast, Central. He's been everywhere.
He hasn't taken a haircut in 4 years.
Well, just another part of the MEWF's open door policy, putting all the gold on the line to anyone who wants to sign their name on the dotted line. More action outside the ring than inside thus far. Rams him hard into the apron of the ring.
And as we see this, Jeff Jones, you can't see it on your picture right now, but Jeff Jones is counting.
Is that the timekeeper's mallet?
Okay, guys, you were talking about cheating earlier. Explain that one.
Well, Johnny is doing what he can to defend himself.
Oh, it's okay if Johnny Gunn or Axel Rotten or the Comet does it. But when one of my men does it, we should be put in jail for 20 years.
Well, be that as it may, Glen Osborne in control. Hard right hand to the forehead.
That was not an open fist, or an open hand.
He claims that it was as he rakes the back.
I think at this point, rules don't really matter.
Well, admittedly, Osborne is taking it to Gunn, and he will win at all costs. That's at least what's in his mind.
Once again, 2-on-1 action. Damien Kane.
That'll teach you to call him a grease ball. Rough up that pretty mug.
No, the problem here, Ron, is the fact that with Gunn on the canvas and being choked and being stomped, it's taking a great it's taking a great deal out of him.
Oh, no doubt at all. Whenever there's a man like Damien Kane on the outside, a second official should be assigned to these kind of matches.
Absolutely.
He just interferes far too much, far too often for that to go on. Too close to the ropes.
Johnny was saved that time by the ropes.
Handful of hair brings him back up. And he shoots him off. Nice clothesline.
It's not hard to understand why this guy came from the Badlands.
Right on the Adam's apple.
Would you guys like to run into him in a dark alley?
I wouldn't like to run into him in a light alley.
I'll be sure to tell him the things you say about him, Jerry.
Another handful of hair brings Johnny Gunn back to his feet. He's going to scoop him back up. Big slam. Off the ropes, he drops up, misses with the headbutt.
Well, that time around, nobody was home, and Johnny may now get a second opportunity.
Trying to wear Johnny down with high-impact maneuvers like that clothesline.
Come on, Glenn.
Nonchalant cover. He's not going to get Johnny that way.
Got to hook that leg.
I can't understand why I can't understand why Osborne is mad at referee Jones. That was only a 2 count.
Complaining about the speed of the count, I think, more than anything else. But it appeared to be very fair.
Now, this looks like legitimate chin lock, but with this fellow, you don't know.
Knuckles are locked, and he's got it cinched in deep.
Didn't Gunn just submit?
I really don't think so.
I think Glen Osborne is a ding-dong stool dropout when you look at him.
Trying to get the crowd to rally behind him. I'm a little worried about this, Jerry. He spends more energy doing that than he could be trying to counter this hold.
Well, Johnny, that's true. Johnny has got a major problem. That is the fact that the opponent that he has more strength. And right now with this chin lock, he really is applying the pressure.
Elbow to the gut, softens him up and pushes him off the hold. Johnny off the ropes. Hip lock blocked. He reverses it. Are we going to see a backslide coming up? Powers him over. Yes! He's got him. No.
No, he didn't. 2 count only.
Glen Osborne will not let that happen again.
Right on top of him as soon as the hold was broken. Ducks his head down a bit early. Johnny Gunn under him. Reverses it through.
That was
and
close,
another
though.
2 count. Headbutt backs Johnny back.
That's about the most scientific move he's used tonight.
Sliding reverse. Ducks down a bit early. DDT!
He telegraphed that one.
Good morning.
He telegraphed that all the way.
Come on, Osborne. Pin him and get out of here.
General, I have a feeling that you have your eye on this fellow, too.
I like him.
Choking him over the top rope and snaps him off.
That was a slingshot.
Johnny back to his feet. Osborne doesn't realize it.
What's he doing? He playing possum?
I think so.
He's cheating.
Small package. He's got him. Yes.
That was very unfair.
Time of the
Johnny
match,
Gunn.
9 minutes and 51
Johnny
seconds.
cheater.
Winner, Johnny